And we are live. I'm going to wait for the Instagram people to come on in. Hitting the go live. And we are live. I don't know why. Okay. Had to turn the volume down on Instagram because it was literally talking. All right. So we are live. And today's episode, or Wednesday Night Live, this is not what I consider an episode. An episode is, my normal craziness. Oh, looks like Jada the Professor just disappeared.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm like, he just disappeared.
Yeah, my bad.
Well, Jada the Professor, let's start that right back over. So everyone that is watching, doesn't look like no one's watching the second. Pretend like it didn't happen. And so we're going to start again. Well, we are here for another Wednesday Night Live. This is, I believe, number 8. So we have been grinding on this Wednesday night. No Diddy. And today, I got an assortment of stuff. Last week, we talked about crash outs from the election, which is hilarious. And if you haven't seen that video, everyone, go ahead and not now, but after you finish watching this video, go ahead and click that, scroll down into my feed, and you will definitely get an eyeful. I kind of pulled the part of the live that we did the reactions, and man, that was some serious comedy. So if you didn't check that video out, make sure you check it out when you're done viewing this live. But today we are going to talk about a surplus calorie woman that got denied getting picked up for Lyft. And then also we're going to talk about, bad behavior on the job and why someone got fired from their flight attendant position. And then we're going to also talk about dating apps and how well or not well we do them. So if you are ready, we're about to get into it. So let's start. What do we want to start with? We want to start with Dank DeMoss. That's her name. Hold on. Let's get old Dank. She's a rapper out of Detroit. So I'm not sure if you all listen to her. I mean, I kind of stopped listening to rappers probably 10 years ago. But, some of these, this is for some of these modern rappers that, like this type of music, more power to you. All right. So this is coming out of Detroit. And this young lady was denied a ride by a Lyft driver. So I figured this would be hit home for you a little bit, Jay. So let's see who was right, who was wrong.
Detroit rapper is going viral for something other than her music.
Fans know her as Dank DeMoss, and they're fuming after a Lyft driver allegedly denied her a ride because of her size. And Fox News' Jessica Dubnak is live in Detroit with the story. And my goodness, tell us how this all unfolded here, Jessica.
Well, it all unfolded on video. Deja Banlane whipped out her phone when this all happened. Now, the Lyft driver, he was kind enough and apologetic, but refused her a ride and said that she would not fit and that her weight couldn't be handled by his tires. Now she's filing a lawsuit.
Have you been in cars that size before?
Yes, I have. I've been in cars smarter than that,
Deja Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires,
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
Every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough. Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
We'll stop it right there. This dude, this lawyer is a freaking slime ball. You can just look at him and tell he's a slime ball. The fact that you have the nerve, the unmitigated gall to equate weight with race, because you can't control your race, you can't control your weight. So let's not go there. I just had to pause right there. Let's continue.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, it's
Yes, I can. I really want people to see, like, what we go through as bigger people,
Oh my gosh.
We did reach out to Lyft. They did not get back with us in time for this story. Now, Lyft, Uber, those rideshare companies, they can refuse passengers based on a perceived security threat. But according to Deja's attorneys, you cannot discriminate based on someone's weight. It's very clear in that cell phone video. That is why he denied her ride. Reporting live on Detroit's West Side, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
I mean, that's crazy work right there, right? What do you think?
Well, being a guy who does it, that's a safety hazard. You know what I mean? So if he gets a good attorney, they could defend that. But that's just unfortunate that he has to go through this. And you can tell the guy that's probably his only income. And the fact that he has to go through this due to ignorance and somebody wanting some clout, that's what it seemed like to me, because her music is trash. It's absolute trash. It's all a marketing stunt. Just like what my man Shannon Sharp did. All marketing. Oh, Lord. What is this?
But there's more.
Oh, ugh.
Here go these slime. Let's look what these slime balls got to say. Oh, this is the Lyft. We are disheartened to look at this driver's unacceptable behavior. Want to get hit for copyright. Unacceptable behavior. Please DM us at your earliest convenience for additional support. We'd like to address this as soon as possible. I mean, what is going on? Like, where are we as a society?
Well, we live in victim mentality. I mean, this is on her. Lose some weight. That's just unacceptable that you can get that big.
I mean, even if you don't, you can't get mad at somebody. If you want to be that size, that's fine, but you can't force someone in their car to say,
That's what I'm saying. You have a right.
But if you get an XL, like the man said, you won't have this issue. He looks like he has like an Accord or an Altima or something like that.
600 pounds.
Well, she's 460 for the record. But I mean, I did my research.
Okay.
Nah, she's in the force. But my point is, why would you put yourself in that position? That's always my thing. All right, I don't understand. So here's another, I guess, victim person that I hear the sigh already, that believes that they were fired unjustly because they decided to.
Come on, man.
She decided that she wanted to express herself on company time. Let's see if we can show that. All right. So this is a flight attendant at work. Is this acceptable work behavior to you?
Absolutely not.
So now she wants to sue Alaskan Airlines because she got fired for that video. Do you think that's the right thing to do?
For her to no, she needs to hold this workplace behavior is unacceptable.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why would you go to work? This is your job, and you're at work
Twerking. That's just that's a behavior that I'm not gonna.
we can't. It's like people when you go to your jobs, act professional. Like your job, even if it's a flight attendant. I understand. Like I have a couple friends that are flight attendants, and they post on their job, but they're not shaking their butt. It's like, why do we have to? Why have we come to a point where every time we do something, we got to start shaking our butt in front of a camera? I don't understand it.
I would say the influence of the music today, especially with.
I mean, the music years ago was bad. That ain't got nothing to do. I don't believe that had nothing to do with it. I think it's a class and a culture and a lack of culture.
Yeah. Now, when you mean culture,
I mean, we had Tip Drill by Nelly. We had all types of stuff, but every time you turn around, wasn't somebody standing on the counter twerking. We in the 2000s. We had shake music and strippers.
Do you think that
80s and 90s?
Do you think that the H word behavior is more prevalent in the workplace? Like it's more out there. Like it seems like it's a thing now because we constantly see these things happen.
Yeah, I think it's more that these companies are afraid to say anything, right? Because because they're at the end of the day, the companies don't like it. They just afraid to be sued. And that's what's that's always what it's about. It's about, not getting sued. It's about not, getting in trouble. And it's unbelievable. So that's my soapbox for the day.
That's a great way to put it. And they're probably afraid to say something because they're gonna get ridiculed and they don't want all.
They don't even care about that. They care about losing money and nothing else. I mean, that's just how that's the society we live in now. Nothing matters other than losing money. If as long as there's no money lost, no one cares. So here's a whole article that was written about this situation. Let's see if I can squeeze it in here. Flight attendant who was terminated for twerking starts a GoFundMe page which has social media in an uproar. Here's the young lady. An Alaskan flight attendant says she was wrongfully fired after participating in a social media challenge and posting a video online. However, she has started a GoFundMe earlier this month after she lost her job, and it has social media in an uproar. Let's check out. Let's see if it's still there. Her GoFundMe.
What kind of uproar is going on? I wonder whose side is what. There's the majority.
And look at this. She has raised $3,297. Do you want to take a guess who contributed probably at least $2,500 of that?
We know who it is, man.
Who do you think it is? Tell the audience because we got people watching. Who do you think it is?
One of my favorite groups of people.
Okay. All right. Prove me wrong. First one, Rick, Leanne, Andrea, John, Anonymous.
We know what John's doing.
We know what Rick's doing. So, I mean, we live in a clown world, man. I don't understand.
This is absolute joke.
You reward bad behavior.
Yup. Bingo. Yup. The standard ain't the standard, man.
It says Nelly Dahlia, I never thought a single moment would cost me everything. I worked as a flight attendant for Alaska Airlines for over 6 months. She ain't even been there that long. 6 months.
Already shaking her butt. 6 months.
I'm in between those 6 months. Both my English bulldogs died unexpectedly, probably because you couldn't feed them. My relationship was rocky because I spent time away. I love my job. So she was in a bad relationship and both her dogs died. Oh my Lord, this story just gets more and more sad. Then let's see what else. It wasn't always easy, but I'm proud of what I did. No remorse. No, my goodness. Although this was my dream job, I was using income to fund my blossoming lingerie and dessert business named Cakes and Cake.
Okay,
And
so
figure 8 lingerie.
so let's say this. So say a guy, right, was a flight attendant and shot a music video of rapping, and he got let go. He wouldn't make as much as what she made.
He wouldn't make
Guaranteed.
anything. They'd be like, get out of here. They probably wouldn't even approve it on GoFundMe.
You were saying?
One day doing a layover, I posted a lighthearted video of on my personal social media account. It was harmless clip that was recorded at 6 a.m. You got to shake your ass at 6 a.m. waiting 2 hours for pilots. I was also celebrating the end of the probation period and making it out of a hard upbringing in San Francisco. Man, cue the violins. I wish I had a violin sound right now. Life, something many people in the industry could relate to. The video went viral overnight, but instead of love and support, it brought unexpected scrutiny. You put it out there. Of course, it brought scrutiny. What do you think? Although it was a boy, whoa, is this accountability? Although it was a poor decision on my behalf, I didn't think it would cost me my dream job.
Wait. I'm confused. So you said you made a poor decision, but you're
So 1 minute she said she thinks that, it's great. She's celebrating and, blah, blah, blah. But then she says the poor decision. So accountability. Hey, we like it. My employer accused me of violating their social media policy. I explained, which she probably never read. I explained that the video wasn't intended to harm anyone or the company, but they didn't want to listen. Without warning, they terminated me. No discussion, no chance to defend myself, and no chance for a thorough and proper. What the hell are you investigating? It's a twerk. You twerked on the job, on their plane, in their uniform. It's not your uniform. It's not your plane, and they're paying you. So how is it wrongful? Losing my job was devastating. I mean, I feel bad for anybody. I'm not making fun of her losing her job. It's hard out here. I'm not saying that. My thing is, why would you put yourself in jeopardy for attention? Because that's all it is. If you sit up there twerking, you're doing it for attention, regardless of what you're trying to make
I'm expressing myself.
Losing my job was devastating. I've always been careful about what I share online. Apparently not. And never thought that this video, which didn't mention the airline by name, but you had the uniform on, would cost me my career. Now I'm trying to figure out how to move forward. I started GoFundMe to make my ends meet due to the sudden loss of income and until I find another flight attendant position elsewhere. Good luck. I've learned from my mistakes and they don't define me. We listen, we don't judge. Thank you for reading my story. I mean, shout out to, at least she's trying to, she took some accountability, so I'm not going to be too hard on it. She's like, okay, I made a bad decision. Now, the thing is, if you were to get another job, like, another flight attendant for Spirit or something like that, because Delta ain't going to hire you, you know what I'm saying? Delta, it ain't going to happen for you. Because they're going to be like, why did you, the best thing is she just don't put it on the resume because it was only 6 months anyway. I wouldn't even put that on a resume if I was her. But she's raised $3,200. She got a $12,000 goal. She got 96 donations. Let's see how long. Oh yeah, anonymous, Dre, Juan, Lance, Jose.
Of course, come on, man. Come on, man.
Anonymous 200. You know who it is. Steve 50, Patrick 850, Patrick 50, Jamie. We don't know who. Okay, Sarah, Isaac, James, Felix, Russell, I don't know, Olusai, Christopher. Dude, we know.
We know who these guys are, man.
Jason, Isaac, Anonymous, George, Carlos, Ian. What happened to women supporting each other? I mean, because I don't see nothing but men here. Anonymous, Camila, I got one. We got one. David, George, Marquise, Anonymous, Christopher, Clarence, Anonymous, Julian, BM, Anonymous, 205, 100, Jeremy, 200, Jason, Kelly, Rob, Michael. I mean, we know what. So this is. So we talk about, and this has nothing to do with OnlyFans. I'm just switching on that, but this is just like OnlyFans donations. We know because the woman, she is an attractive woman. She's just gonna get money just because of her photo, and she was smart. She posted a classy photo right here. No twerking and anything like that, but they probably did just like I did. They saw the video on Instagram or TikTok. And it's like, ooh, let me go ahead and let me because these dudes ain't hard, they ain't read this article. I can promise you that. They ain't read
Hey, go ahead.
I ain't gonna hold you. They ain't read nothing. but
So, donation, my top. And I want to make this point. The fact that they put their names out there is even more. It's just.
I mean, boy, do we know? We know our people, man. We know our people.
And he put his name out there and everything.
We know our people. That's all I'm gonna say. We know our people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they got your full government. That's why I was scrolling through, because I wasn't trying to, put them fully on blast. I didn't want to pull their whole name up there, but yeah, it has your whole government on there, and they dropping dubs out there. Somebody probably dropped more than that. They were dropping whole dubs.
I can put money, my daily money that I receive, that they didn't read the article at all. I guarantee they didn't read it.
No, they ain't read no article. Matter of fact, they ain't read that post we just read. I can't. You talking about the article? They ain't read none of that.
I want to say what I want to say, but I can't because
certain people don't read. I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither one of us can say it, but we both thought it.
Hey, that was the feedback you gave me 2 years ago when I made a video about the Way to Superior Man book, and you said this group of people don't read. That's why that's what made it even more funny, which is true.
Yeah. All right, shifting gears. Woo. Man, I'm dying laughing. All right, so so last week, we talked about the crash outs, and the pastors are supposed to have the higher moral grounds, and they are supposed to be non-biased, and they're supposed to be lead us spiritually and encourage us to make great decisions. However, there are some pastors that don't quite live up to what they preach. And in this video, we got a pastor. As you see, he's in a hotel room getting dressed, but you're not going to believe who is in the room with him. You ready?
Where the hell you going, Joe? Get me off this damn. You ain't paid me my money. You ain't paid me my money. I'll get you off this camera when you give me my money. 15 minutes, 125. You know the drill. How many times a week we meet up, Joe? This time, really? You think we finna? No, I'm sorry. Your wife gonna see this. Your wife is gonna see this. Pay me my money or get a divorce. Which one is gonna be? Get me off that damn. Which one is it gonna be? Get me off that damn. She's gonna know. Get me off the 3-4 times a week. He here, y'all. Facebook. He's here meeting with me in this room. Yeah. Get me off that damn. No, I'm not getting you off for nothing. Everybody gonna know about you. Run me my money. I ain't got time for this. You know my money is valuable. I'm sorry. You know my time is my money, and I'm explaining my time with you. I gave you $200 last time, and you got $200 worth of pleasure the last time too. Let me pay you when I get home. No, you ain't gave me nothing extra. You got extras. I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. Okay. This ain't happening. You're not leaving, Joe. Get me off that damn camera. No. When you give me my money, I'll get you off the camera. You're getting a divorce. What you're gonna get is a divorce. Everybody on Facebook is gonna see this. Yes, his name is Joe. She'll know who you are. Everybody might not know, but she will know. She will know. You know, when you give me my money, that's all you gotta do. Is give me my money. Give me my money. Where the hell you going, Joe? Give me off the damn.
Woo! You all right over there, bro?
What in the world? And I know that voice because that's the,
That's Pastor Joe.
Yup. Oh,
I'm not.
Wow.
So Pastor Joe got caught up. Yeah, I mean, and the thing about it is they're not saying his whole name, but people, they blurred him out, which at least he was smart to post this. But that person was not a biological woman that he
I was just about to. That's
absolutely not.
I was about to say that.
Joe got charged $125 for 15 minutes. So I don't know what Joe had going on for only 15 minutes, but Joe must be on a schedule. And first of all, look at this. Look at the pants. What, he got a red flag in his back? What is this? What is this? Help me understand. Number two, this brother, I mean, this is so raggedy. So of course he's married. I mean, look at this.
Why do you have a bow tie? What is
a bow tie in his back pocket? I mean, what is this?
What was they doing last night?
Last night, this is in the middle of the day.
Oh,
Nico, that was not a woman. That was Nico. That was not. Well, it was by what is that called? DEI standards. That is a woman, but it was not a biological woman.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Yeah. Well, Nico just asked in the chat, was that a woman? That voice sounds a little zesty. I'm like, yeah.
No. I know that person who's not the she's very well known in that community.
Yep. And look at this. How are you gonna pay? He said, "How you gonna pay $125 with that suit?" And of course, these comments are diabolical.
Oh my gosh!
Joe turned into the headless horseman. He even left the church to go from preaching to tricking. Oh man, cameraman or camera lady. That bow tie got me screaming. The DL game. Listen, ain't nobody immune. That's all I'm gonna say. Ain't nobody immune to the nonsense that goes on.
Like the way he's grabbing his.
Look at him fanning. I mean,
he's trying so hard to hide, man.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. That's just a mess. All right. Next video. That was crazy. And my thing is, he's probably the main one preaching against that lifestyle. Mm-hmm. I can almost guarantee it. He's the main one standing in the pulpit talking about they going to hell, and he even got a hotel. Listen, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But you can't be, number one, you a scammer, because you're gonna do that. You pay those workers to leave. That's why you pay them, so you don't get this type of situation. So you're trying to get in there, get service, and be a scammer. So not only are you a low-life pastor, you're a scammer. Mm-hmm. So if he's scamming this person out of money, imagine what he's scamming his parishioners out of. But I digress. Oh, good gracious. Here's our favorite person. So in this video, FitX talks to, I am an advocate for men. However, I believe in holding men accountable. And in this video, FitX is the king of men's accountability, especially when they call him. See, he's not reaching out to people. They're calling him for looks maximum advice. Looks
maximum.
Yeah, looks maximum advices. And this is how they show up.
26.
Joseph, why in the world do you look like that?
Yeah, just let myself go, man.
26 years old.
26 years old. Oh my god.
I mean, bro, you look 46.
Yeah.
40. I mean, it's not even good at 46. Well, 46, you might have a reason, but 26, that's ridiculous.
Past few years, just I ain't been on it.
Man, what the hell? Man, listen here, bro.
I know, man. I know. I used to be 320 pounds on it. So
okay.
I'm in the right direction.
Looking at you from your chest up, I was like, man, my man look like he's swole.
You can't deny that all these Like they want Duke, bro. Like you can't really deny it, bro. You know they want.
Was it? Jay, can we get you back in the camera? I know you. I know this triggers you, but
dude, what in the
people need to see
world?
you.
How do you dudes get like this? And he's proud of it.
So
no shame.
His excuse, I watched this entire live. His excuse is women like Duke Dennis. I don't know who he is, but apparently he's some type of. After this, we're gonna figure out who the heck. I don't know who Duke Dennis is, so we're gonna figure this out together. Because his claim, Duke Dennis, his claim is all women like Duke Dennis. All right, this is Duke Dennis. All right, let's see. He's who the hell is he? I don't know. This is Duke Dennis. He got 4.7 million subscribers. Okay. Cool dude. Lives a lavish lifestyle. Takes very good photos. But he says all women like Duke Dennis. I still don't know what the hell he does. He's a video creator. But that's his excuse. He says he don't take care of himself because all women like him. I mean, this is what he says. I'm not saying this. This is him. Look.
Delusion. This is delusion. That was very triggering. Oh my gosh.
So that's Duke Dennis, and this is this guy. So now this guy, the darkness. That dude looked like Michael Blackson, like the extra large version.
Dude, this is it's stupidity, ignorance, lack of self-awareness. What are you looking at?
I mean, not trying to be funny, but I'm sorry, I do not have this back on. There we go. Yeah. He has bigger D's than some of you ladies that are watching right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, got a mirror right here.
Let's take a moment. Take a deep breath. There's no way as a man with any kind of pride in your bone should you ever let yourself look like this. I don't give a f if I have to sleep in the gym. I don't give a damn. How old are you?
26.
So as a former professional athlete, how do you feel when you see guys just in under 31?
There should be no reason why under 30 some years old that your body isn't at. Even if you don't work out, most dudes who don't work out at 26 are still look somewhat decent, but
yeah,
this is unexcusable.
Right. These guys are in their 20s, like late 20s and 30s. And here's the thing that upsets me. So, I am equal opportunity, and a lot of ladies, they be talking shit, and they are right. They're like, these guys in their 20s, this is the guy, this is darkness. A lot of guys in their 20s and 30s, they having performance issues. I'm sure they are. And it's more than just corn. If you look, you can tell probably things are off in their body if you looking like this. Mm-hmm. And I'm not the most fit person, but I'm not overweight either. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like ripped up like Fit X, but at the same time, sheesh. And these guys are decades younger than me. That's the crit. Because, when I was 31, ain't no way in hell I look like that. There's no way. But and the thing is, years ago, it was less common for people to be like, an average guy to be this big, but now it's so common. We are spoiled living in Miami, but when you go to other cities, this is normal.
It's funny. When I went to go visit in Maryland, the amount of people that I saw that weren't, I'm like, man, Miami, everybody's fit. You see people running and jogging. Everybody over there is just out of shape and just complacent.
Yeah.
Even in when you had sent me the video of the gym in when you was in
Chicago, yeah.
Chicago, and when I was looking at the people in the background. I'm like, yo, nobody in there is.
Even the trainer. Remember, I told you, even the trainers. I was like, yo, I'm in as good a shape as a lot of the trainers, which is crazy to me because that's not my profession. And yeah, this is where we are right now in society. It's like, come on, we got to do better, especially us. We got to do better. That's all I'm gonna say. We got to do better, and I'm gonna leave that right there.
My guy.
This is AMS, Alpha Male Strategy, and we always talk about, guys always talk about, being envious of men that sleep with a lot of women and blah 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 blah. And here's the guy. So, because I totally agree, but I'm just listening to what he has to say about sleeping with a lot of women.
Who slept with a bunch of women would tell you that it's not fun. So for all you guys out here that think like, hey, I'm gonna do this now, sleep with a whole bunch of women, man, it's just a headache. Yeah, it feels good for about 2 months, and then it quickly become old and tired. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. So you never gonna get happiness trying to sleep with a bunch of women. You will get happiness from your hobbies and your purpose.
Sound like he's preaching what I used to preach.
Well, the thing is, when you go through your phase of, if you even able to go through your phase of, having a high body count for a period of time, it gets boring. And then, you don't know who you're waking up next to. You got all this drama. It becomes too much. And then, to be honest, it's expensive. That's the other thing. It gets expensive because even if you don't pay direct, or even if you don't take women out all the time, it's taking your time. And so when you're spending a lot of time sitting there chasing and sleeping with women all the time, you're taking time away from your purpose. And then that's what guys got to understand. It's like, you can do it, but it's like there's some guys that just obsessed. Like, that's all they think about. Like,
I know
not it.
I can think of 3 guys right now that this is how they literally are hobosexuals. Like, this is how they live.
Explain. Wait. Please explain I know what it is, but please explain to the audience what a hobo HOBO sexual is.
So a hobosexual, essentially, and this is from my definition. Yours may be different. These are guys who just sleep couch to couch with different women. They don't have their own place. They just sleep. They're always in a different room, a different apartment. Like, they don't have a stable situation. AKA Pookie Pookie.
That's exactly what it is. And if you don't believe me, let's look up the definition, because again, I don't like to. Let's see if I can make it.
Dude, I know.
Homosexual is a person who uses deception and manipulation to gain a place to live. The term is often used to describe a man who deceives a woman for his own benefit. Explanation. The words of hobo and sexual, they may use intimacy to find a place to live. So, Chad and Tyrone, especially Tyrone and Pookie gonna be live, because Chad gonna probably have a job, but Tyrone, he probably won't. So he's gonna go from when you start tripping or you start acting up, he's gonna find the next chick, and he's gonna be a homosexual. And
it's the thing. There's guys who literally have no purpose, nothing. This is how they live life, and just messing with women. And
I mean, we talked last week about the woman that got pregnant in prison. Had her prison guy, and if you look at, and probably next week, I need to do a little more research on it before I bring it up. But I'm going to show you exactly how these women use JPay, also known as jail pay, how they contribute. You saw how the guys contributed to that woman's what's GoFundMe. That's how women contribute to guys JPay, because I saw a whole segment on this, but I want to put a couple videos. We're going to do that next week about how these guys in prison they're the ones actually winning. Well, they're winning bad prizes. You know, it's like a Cracker Jack prize, but they still winning. You know what I mean? And they want resources from from other guys. It's just insane to me. But that's the society we live in now.
Yeah, the homosexual thing is very common, especially in our.
Yeah, among Black people, we can say that online. We can say that. That's one of the things we should not get a censor for. I don't think we will, but oh well. Now here's some wise.
My guy,
wise. Defund simping.
You guys aren't dating girls that like you. You're dating girls that like the experience. You guys will see a really pretty girl on here say things like, what happened to courtship? What happened to taking girls to dinner? And you're like, okay, well, I guess I'll do dinner. So you start taking girls to all these dinners. You're spending $150, $175 just to get a side hug at the end of the night, and you go home. So what's happening is you're dating girls on their terms, not yours. So you start having resentment towards women because you're taking women on dates that you don't want to go on. And the result at the end of the night, which is a side hug, you don't want that either. So what you need to start doing is dating girls the way you want to. So if you want to say, hey, meet me at this dive bar for a drink, and they say, I don't do that, that's fine. You and that girl aren't compatible. Or B, she doesn't see you as that guy, because if she did, she wouldn't care to meet you up at a dive bar. The point I'm trying to make is this. Don't date girls to try to impress them with experiences. You're the experience. A lot of times guys try to find an experience and bring a girl to an experience. No, you are. And if she doesn't see it that way, she's just not the girl for you.
That was spot on. And this is stuff I talked about.
Yeah, that's how I live. I'm like, listen, if I am going, remember on my close friends, I think I talked about this not too long ago. I was supposed to go out with someone, and I asked her to meet up. And not only I said, hey, let's meet at a local place that's pretty close to me, because if I invite you out, obviously I'm paying. But she was trying to dictate the terms of where she wanted to go, and she wanted me to actually leave my neighborhood to go somewhere that's more convenient.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
I was like, are you out of your mind? Needless to say, I'd never communicated with her again, but I just was appalled the fact that, because again, if you're interested, you don't have to do all that. I actually wanted to eat because I was hungry. So I was like, hey, I'm going to be here. Meet me at this place. And she comes back the next day, because we already kind of was like, okay, that's cool. Oh, well, I live in this place probably about 10 miles away. And it's not that I can't get in my car and drive up there. It's the fact that I have to be inconvenienced and pay, and I don't even know anything about you. So it's like, we need to have a common ground. It needs to be even. And it's not all about you, because I ain't really interested like that, because I don't know you. And that's kind of what he's saying. It's like, look, you're going to do it on your terms, or if somebody likes you, trust me, they will go freaking roller skating. They will walk on the beach. They will go to the park and have lollipops. Yeah, they don't take all that. Trust me. So, fellas, please stop, because we have friends. We won't name them. Their names begin with J's that we talk to frequently. Will sit there and tell you how they entertain guys because they're bored and have no intent, don't like them at all.
Y'all got to read the room better, man.
Yeah. And you don't even have to read the room. You don't even need to get to the room. You need to have a plan. Don't talk about some, we'll do whatever you want to do. No, you're lazy. You have no plan. And a woman see a guy without a plan, that's an instant turn off. All right. Check out this next clip. This is talking about the real reason why single guys go out at night. Let's see if we agree.
What do 2-3 single guys go out at night for? Like literally. For what? To get, I'ma say it, bitches. That's what they go out for. Like, what do you think they do? What do you think they do? They go out for what?
Literally just stare into each other's eyes.
Yeah.
And unpack their childhood
hold each other's hand. No, they're going out. What do
It's funny, but that's actually not. It depends. It depends on where you are in life, because sometimes, going on a date with a woman, especially if you're not in a relationship, it can be annoying. Like, you just don't want to, put on the monkey suit and do the song and dance for, on a date, as opposed to going out with your guys, having some cocktails and talk about, depends on where you are in life. Some guys we talk about business or finances or collaborations and so forth. So don't be assumptive that they always looking for women, because a lot of times some dudes are not, because they understand that some women are more trouble than they worth, and they just don't want to be bothered that particular time. Now, at other times, we go specifically out, because I know I do, especially when I go out by myself. I sometimes go specifically looking to meet someone, but it depends. That's not always the case. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Even the times we go to the cigar lounge, when we go to that cigar lounge, that's our time to unwind and just come up with ideas. So we don't go to cigar lounge to pick up women. I mean, if it's there, if the opportunity presents itself, yeah.
Unless I'm in Atlanta.
Right.
That's a whole different. Now look,
Right.
listen here. Now me in Atlanta, that might be you.
That's a whole different story. Yeah. But essentially Miami, most times we go to cigar lounge, we're coming up with ideas and we talk bro talk. You know what I mean? Also, sometimes us got even our one of our buddies even said it. Like, sometimes it's just cool to hang with the bros and just catch up, because that's rejuvenating energy right there. That's like a refresher. Sometimes when we leave from bro time, you feel better about yourself versus when you and look, sometimes when you hang out with a chick, man, you're kind of just like, God dang, that was draining. But you hang out with your bros and y'all kicking it, laughing, and you leave, you feel better about yourself. So
you don't have to play the protector provider role, because even if the woman's just your homegirl, you still, I mean, I know I do. I can't speak for nobody else. I still look out. Like, if she's just cool, I'm still gonna look out for her regardless, And so that's just added, as opposed to, with your boys, every man for himself, and typically we pay for our own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because girls, when they go out, they oh girl, But us dudes, we kind of in our own little.
Yeah. If I go out with girls, I don't even want them looking at the bill, because I'm just like, you know what? Y'all be trying to split and do math and shit. And I'm like, I ain't really trying to do that. Like, give me the damn bill. I need the points. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm inviting you out. Now, if you invite me out, I ain't paying for that shit. But if I'm inviting you out, that's different. You know what I mean? I'll pick the bill up, and there's not an expectation of you having to come to the house, because that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But that drives me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next video. Here go our guy, Guru. But see, everyone be on Guru. They think he always talking about women, but we got a little spice for the guys. Not this one. He actually is talking about women this time. Sorry.
What you stopped for? Why you freeze?
Because I didn't know you was on here. But can I ask you a question before you start doing whatever you do?
What do I do?
So a woman will come on here and tell you exactly what type of woman she is, and you will, why you ain't got no woman? Where's your woman?
What you mad about?
No, I'm not mad. I'm asking you, where's your wife? You said you gotta go to the Philippines. You gotta go all the way across the fucking country. All right, so what you looking for?
It could be you.
No, you're not looking for me.
Because I know you single. I can already tell. I can smell it on you.
I don't give a I'm not.
We might have to do something with how that cooter cat actually smell, though. Because I don't like no funky. I don't like the cooter cat smelling like no funky ass weave and no green plant that y'all like to puff. I don't like musty cooter cat. I don't like musty. Do you hear me?
We don't want no ran through nigga. We don't want no tricks. We don't want niggas that buy
We know what she smell like.
Oh, Oh yeah, weed and bundles. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say
So
that out loud.
typical. It's typical, man. It's just we
I be feeling bad because I know some really good sisters and they look at these type of women like we look at Pookies. Like, geez, like y'all just make it look bad on everybody.
Our ethnic image, man, and people say, "Oh, don't generalize us," which I understand, but this is what's being presented to the world. This is the
stereotypes are a stereotype for a reason. I actually believe in stereotypes.
Yeah,
I look at the majority, not the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We complain about, oh, let's not generalize.
Uh-oh, James, sounds like you cut out. Looks like my boy Jay has some technical issue. Okay, I think you back. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. But yeah, no, you're right.
That's our ethnic image.
Don't remind me. He's not the subject. So this woman left her husband, but let's listen her rationale.
Left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
At any point in time, did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle. A man that loves a woman don't go through hard times.
You left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
At any point in time, did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle.
I just wanted to play that twice to make sure we got that.
There are women like that actually think like this too.
Well, yeah. I mean, we like I said, we talk shit, sometimes about people, but they show themselves. Like, I'm not making things up when I say certain things. Like, yeah, it's all good when I'm buying stuff, but if something happened, you're gonna be the first one to be out. And here is a prime example of a woman, and she actually admitted.
Mm-hmm. This whole true love. Oh my gosh, it's like, come on, man. Let's be real.
More right. It's more like true finance. Like, it's as long as the money is there, it's all good. But as soon as that money dry up, we've seen that. We see it with pro athletes all the time. The minute they retire, give it 5 years, they're gonna get divorced, and that's it. We see that all the time when somebody, when guys lose their job, a lot of time. If a woman stays with you when you're going through a rough time, then that's when that's a keeper. But when she's there when everything is good, then that ain't really showing nothing. It's really adversity. And I mean, it goes both ways. If a woman's going through a rough time, not a financial rough time, but another rough time, if you still want to stick with her and help her,
that means you really value that woman.
That means something. So, but unfortunately, most people look for the quick way out, and that's kind of the society we live in, because we want we want everything right now, and everything has to be perfect, otherwise we out, because we believe we have more options than we actually do. All right, so this is a lady that's giving us a warning for the signs that a woman is selling something.
Selling some stuff. Okay.
Selling some stuff, right.
3 signs she's selling coochie. Fellas, times have changed. Bitches don't gotta go out and stand on a corner no more. With the help of OnlyFans, you can sell that cat from the comfort of your home. Work from home, if you will. Here are 3 signs she's selling that cat. Number 1, she make you pay for something off rip before you can crack. If a girl says, oh, to fuck with me, you gotta pay for my nails, or you gotta pay a bill, she's telling you her rates. You just met the girl, next thing you know, her phone bill is due, and she's short on her light bill. Like, damn, what the fuck was you gonna do if you hadn't met me? She was gonna get in that field and keep them lights on. That bill was gonna be paid by the end of the night. On my granny. Number 2, she always taking pictures in hotel rooms. Girl, is you homeless? You don't got no job, but somehow she in a different state every week. That girl's a traveling pocket poochie. She don't have no roster, okay? She has clients. And it ain't always the ugly girls neither. The prettiest girls be selling that cat, but you will never know because they hide it so well. Number 3, that Cash App is in the bio. She's straight to the point. She ain't got no time to waste. Don't even slide in her DMs if you're not Cash App ready. 3 signs.
Man, that hotel trip. Now that's the thing, because I hate to say it, but I know a couple of ladies like that. It's like, you ain't, what you do for a living and the way you travel and the accommodations, you ain't paying for that.
Mm-hmm.
No way. Like, the math ain't mathing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest sign right there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty good.
No, that was spot on. I mean, the hotel thing was on point too.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, but when I heard her say that, I was like, man, she is on point.
But there's always gonna be guys that's gonna fund them and pull the trigger.
We see that from the GoFundMe page. that was like 95% guys funded. And I knew it. I just wanted to show y'all that I'm not being a hater. I just know what I'm talking about when it comes to stuff like that.
Proof is in the pudding, man. Like I always say.
We see it all the time.
Come on, man.
All right, next lady.
My panties without you coming out the pocket, period.
See, that's
and
crazy.
And it's not
That's
even
crazy.
a case where I call it selling. See?
What is it then?
No, because I'm not gonna say pay me and I'm gonna give you.
Asking for something, that's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Okay, explain.
You have to do it with class.
Right,
I call
right,
it doing
right.
it with class. So I'm gonna ask you for something.
Right.
If you don't give it to me, you don't provide it, I don't want to talk to you.
That's fine. Like, so
Simple.
why would I provide to somebody that I know is trying to take advantage of
get rid
my
of a guy,
money?
just ask for something. It works every time.
Ability in any world
Right.
where you or Eliza have met, not on a set like
Mhm.
this.
It might be different strokes, different folks,
See?
Is it a possibility that she could have got a few dollars out of you? If you
It's
really,
impossible.
really,
It never
really-
happened in my life, and it never will. For
You
what?
don't know that.
I've lived 43
Listen,
years, it never happened. So what I'm saying is,
I'm
why
very
would?
good at what I do.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Okay.
But what would be my purpose in doing that? For what? For
her.
me to bless her with my.
You might not just want from me. You might want me to be your wife. You might want me to be your girlfriend. You might see a different woman in me. So it's not
How?
always about.
But you just said you're gonna beg me from the rip. That's already
Yeah,
gonna throw
I
me
am.
off. So that's not gonna go there.
Absolutely.
So like, why would I provide?
Girls,
So
there's
you
no
think
way.
you think
Girls.
Shakira is begging a man for something that
Listen.
you're attracted to?
No. Listen, no, hell no.
That's not attractive.
Next subject, because this is
Yeah.
getting in my.
Oh, he called her out. She got frustrated because he was like, "What?"
She just made me cringe.
I know she did. Why does she make you cringe?
It's because the entitlement, you know what I mean? Just like you have to, like, and she said, no, it was funny. You also made a face too when she said something in the lines of, "Oh, well, you have to do it in a polite way." Girl, it's the same thing.
But see, the dudes that go to GoFundMe don't see it that way.
Nope, they're like, "Oh, I'm winning. I'm being a
Yeah,
polite."
it's just one of my buddies from college called it his P bill. You know what the P stands for. So he called it a P bill. I'm like, what? That don't even make sense. So he's, he says it ain't tricking if you got it. I'm like, it's tricking if you got it or don't got it.
Yeah.
But that's just how I look. What do I know? Let's listen to this this lady's story on dating apps.
I just saw a girl do a story time over why she's not on dating apps anymore, and I am here to tell my story. So I have been intentionally single for about 2.5 years now, and for the most part, I just be chilling. Like, I meet people in person, and if I don't, then I just don't. But at one point in time, I got bored. I got bored, and so me and my best friend decided to get on the apps together. Our app of choice was Hinge, girl. Let's continue. So we're on Hinge, and of course, I go through all of the people who like me, right? And I see this one guy, and he was kind of cute, so I liked him back. We matched. Boom. Immediately, he asked for my number. We're texting. Then a FaceTime call came in. And I'm like, okay, well, I ain't got nothing to hide, so I answered. We're on FaceTime, and the first thing that he says is, "Oh my God, you're real." And I'm like, so are you? Shall we continue? So we're talking and we're having a great time, mind you. Like, the conversation is a hit. He's cool off the back, but it gives more like we're friends then we're actually trying to date each other. So anyway, my favorite thing to do while dating is to let men talk. Just let them talk. If you just sit there and listen to them, they'll tell you everything that you need to know. So that's what I did. I let them talk. And then, hold on, this man, out his mouth goes, I'm gonna get so much clout off of you. You gonna do what? Mind you, this man doesn't know what I do for a living. I always tell men, I never tell men what I do for a living. I always tell them I'm in customer service. Like, you don't know what I do until we locked in. Like, we gotta be 4, 5, 6 dates in. So he was like, I cannot believe, like, you don't have no follower. I gave him my Finsta. He was like, you don't barely have any followers. Like, you just this fine walking around. He was like, you're a hidden gem. I mean, I do like to think I'm a hidden gem, but also, like, that's weird. Don't be weird. Like I said, he was cool, but he was the reason that I got off the map expeditiously.
Thoughts?
I mean, first of all, why are you talking that much the first conversation?
Diarrhea of the mouth. You know how dudes are.
I'm about to get promoted soon, and
I got a safe in the house, and my combination is 457. I got 5 guns, and I keep wads of cash. My PIN number to my ATM just in case.
And I know he do that too.
Dudes be having straight diarrhea of the mouth.
The fact that he's doing more of the talking, you already lost.
I'm gonna get clout from you. How?
Or when he answers, "Oh, you're real." What kind of statement is that, brother?
Men down 300. Men are down 300 right now. I don't understand. Here's some advice from another gentleman on dating apps.
Your advice to men, your expert advice on the dating apps. What are your thoughts?
So the thing is that I remind guys that dating apps are super superficial. And the truth is that 10% of men succeed online. 90% get ripped off, scammed, and get approached by prostitutes or women who are going to be pen pals for the rest of their life. So I do think that the 80-100 rule sort of lies. And the 80-100 rule applies because it's about not pouncing on women, not giving too much for them, and not selecting them simply because they've selected you back. It's still allowing you to take a step back and evaluate the women that you're interacting with.
She's right. Most dudes on dating apps, like I mentioned in my video, are not winning. And guys don't want to take the time to actually make a presentable dating profile. Guys don't even think about it or care for that. They just want to just.
Yeah.
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 And guys just get on.
That's how they be on. That's how they be on. They be all like this.
The nose be on it.
Yeah, let me make that bigger. that be their profile picture right there. What the hell is wrong with you?
My chest hurts.
For the guys that eat pizza together.
Oh man, my chest hurts.
Yeah, me, you, and Tone, we go eat pizza one day. We just gonna take a picture. Right, we just gonna.
What kind of joke was that? When I saw that,
dude, I'm like, but I saw that. I could not believe 3 guys eating pizza together. I'll have to bring that clip up another video. I don't have it right in front of me, but
people,
I'm working people, just so you know, I am working on a dating app fail for men and women with these profiles. It's coming sometime next month, so make sure you stay tuned, because that is going to be the most diabolical live of all time, because these dating apps and these people on them are out of freaking control. And what we do on this channel, not the dirty mirror pictures with their shirt off. We ain't gonna talk about that. And then we're gonna have every woman with her ass and with something with her crack showing. pretty much every profile on some picture. But you know, I digress.
Travel.
Let's see what this brother talking about here. This is a short one.
Dating app Tinder. Men outnumber women 3-1. On top of it being an entire sausage fest. Women swipe right 5% of the time compared to men's 50%. Do what you will with this information.
Yeah. So yeah, women will go through profiles. They'll just swipe, but they ain't like it. They don't like nobody.
Nope.
Then dudes, they'll be swiping all day.
Literally doing their work break, just swiping.
Yeah. That's what cracks me up. It's like you literally have no dudes just swipe everything.
Yeah. And get no matches.
Right. Then, but I don't know why women don't like me. They won't. What's his name? Duke Ellington?
Duke Dennis or something.
Duke Dennis. Yeah. I was like,
no girl wants no nose picture all up in the screen, man.
That's like my favorite, but I see that. That must be so funny to me. Having these dudes, they nose all in the picture.
Oh, this woman.
All right, I got another one for y'all. Hopefully y'all don't get this taken down. But ladies, I think we got, like, me too. I'm gonna put me in this category too, because y'all be coming for my neck. Okay. We gotta slow down talking to our men with like aggressiveness, or talking to them masculine, or even like calling them out their name and arguing with them. And that takes so much away from a man. Like, y'all make men feel little. Us women, like, again, I'm putting me in it because I gotta work on it. That's something I gotta work on. I'm very aggressive. I'm from Philly. I can get masculine in the way I talk, and I don't mean it the whole time. I'm really a soft girl. I'm let y'all know I'm a soft girl. Okay, soft on the inside. I'm hard. I'm like a pop star, hard on the outside, soft in the middle. But ladies, we really gotta redirect in the way we talk to our men, because we either gonna run them away, or we gonna run them to be like feminine because we so masculine. And I know y'all don't want that. So stop cursing at this man all the time. We got to stop calling them out their name. We got to stop arguing with them. We supposed to be nurturers and some peacemakers. Let's learn how to do that. Let's stay in our lane and leave the masculinity to the men. Like, I'm going to work on the way I talk and everything, y'all, because it's really making a change in our generation, in our society. Us talking to these men like they women, or talking to them like they less than, they going to treat us how we talk to them. And as soon as a man treat us how we talk to them, y'all not gonna like it. So we might as well stop. All right, I got another.
I mean, I'll tell you this. I think as a man, if a woman truly respects you, she's not gonna get all loud, first and foremost. So she's talking about the majority of men who consistently they put themselves in position to get disrespected. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just my take on it.
Yeah, and I think a lot of guys that, you know, they fail the shit test, because when they try them, they don't put them right in their damn place. Or the most important thing, not even going back and forth, is to leave their asses where they're at and walk away. And that's because most guys have such a scarcity mindset that they're afraid to walk away, and they're never going to get anybody else. Oh, she's my world. Oh, she's so fine. I'm like, women are supposed to be beautiful. Most women are beautiful. That's the way they were built.
Yeah.
Or created. Not built, created. Sorry.
But you know, it's crazy because there'll be guys like, yeah, one guy asked me, yeah, man, she keep, you know, going back and forth with me. What do I do? I said, bro, you didn't set the tone. You're afraid to walk away. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I'm afraid to lose her, bro. You think she's gonna text me back?
Whew, Lord have mercy.
And these are some rides I've been having. A lot of therapy sessions, I'll tell you that.
Lord, I'm like, can I drive my earphones on? I don't want hearing this nonsense.
I went to high school with
See, that stuff would probably, I don't get triggered off of, but stuff like that probably would. I'm like, I can't be in like a physical presence of nonsense. I can listen to it online and just mute it, or just kind of compartmentalize it. But if I'm remember like when I was with some friends and I text you that conversation. I was visibly upset. Because when I'm in person, I can't handle stupidity. But online, you know, if I'm behind the camera, I'm like, You know, I just ignore
I'm
it.
so intolerant. I'm bad with that. I can't hide it. I'm so bad with intolerance.
So we have a comment from I Am Woman at the Whale.
Yeah, I went to high school with her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I went to high school with her.
Facts.
She's
Women
sweet,
have
sweet
a
girl.
scarcity mindset as well. I believe it. It's what they feel they need to disrespect the man instead of walking away. Agreed. Yeah, I think people in general have most people have a scarcity mindset,
Mhm.
and it's a sad thing.
You know, and even if I were to give my lady friend advice, right, and if a dude were to somewhat disrespect, and just to pick off what Odella said, yeah, you definitely have to not have a scarcity mindset, and you know, because certain women put themselves in that situation and stay there and let the guy do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you're a woman, if you even moderately attractive, finding another dude is like the easiest thing on planet Earth you can
Yeah,
do.
you can walk to the grocery store. There's gonna be a dude.
You ain't gotta walk to the grocery. You can walk outside. you can pretend like you got a flat tire. It's gonna be like 10 dudes trying to help you.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, I see it all the time.
With guys, we gotta work on ourselves and be able to have conversations. You have to build a whole lot of things to even be able to get a mid-level woman, less known an attractive one.
Yeah.
But women don't have to really do anything, so they have a scarcity mindset for no reason, because getting another guy is not hard for a woman
at all.
The only time for men that is changed if you're a celebrity or you're rich, then it's easy. But other than that, but for everyone else, it's a
It
task.
don't work like that. Yeah, it's work.
It's the task.
Mhm.
All right, next video.
A lot of women are bums because they choose to look for that. Listen, I ain't gonna sugarcoat. I'm not sugarcoating shit. A lot of women are bums, and you have high standards with low quality in yourself. You want a man to have 6 figures. You want a man to take care of you, pay all your bills. You want a man to do this, that, and the third. Elevate your life. But you can't do that for yourself. So why is a man going to invest that into you when you don't even do that for yourself? If you don't show a man that you're worth that yourself, why is it that you feel obligated to meet somebody? And most times it's a stranger. You meet a stranger and he ain't trying to pay your bills. You don't want to deal with him. Women are
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
she's right.
She ain't wrong.
She right.
I mean, not all women are bums, obviously, but what she's saying is a lot of women want stuff, but they have nothing to offer. That's really what she's saying. It's like, okay, you want the guy to do all this other stuff. You have all these standards, but then you don't match up with the standards.
Nope.
That's all she's saying.
Yeah.
I like that lady. What's that?
I said I follow her.
Yeah.
I follow.
A woman knows how to talk to a man. She'll have his ear forever, especially if she works on mastering these 3 things. Master your tone. It's not always what you say, but how you say it. Now, speak the truth, but always in love. Remember, your words can bring life or a knife. Master your timing. Timing is everything. When I'm home all day with the children, I don't start complaining as soon as my husband walks in the house. Give him a moment. Rub his shoulders. Welcome your king home. Let your home be a place that he runs to after a long day. A place of bliss and not a battlefield. Master your tenderness. The Bible says that a soft, thoughtful, and gentle answer turns away wrath, but it also builds trust. Tenderness doesn't mean weakness. It's your greatest strength in creating connection. Refine your responses and you'll change not just how he hears you, but also how safe he feels with you. That's the type of Proverbs 31 woman whose husband's heart safely trusts in her. And I don't know about you, but I want to be that type of woman every day of my life. If
That was a whole lot. Now, this is from Mrs. Amanda Ferguson. So somebody in the chat, let me know if you can find her sister. If she got any sisters that's single, let me know.
She's
tell
definitely
them
doing it.
to not, it's even the mindset. It's not even like, I like what she said, because usually you hear anybody say, any woman says, I'm a Proverbs 31 woman, that is the biggest red flag ever. Like, that is the
bio.
Right. If I see that in the bio, it's just like, you already know. If you see it in a dating app, you know it's going to be some bullshit coming soon.
If you have to tell people that, that's like me saying I'm an alpha man and my
I got a job.
I got a job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know it's some bullshit that's coming right after. That's the thing. You know it is. Like, it never fails.
You don't have to,
Before she even mentioned Proverbs 31, she went through a whole spiel. But like I said, I don't know if this is how she is genuinely. If it is not, she's a damn good actress. But just how she speaks and how convincing she is that she believes this. At least she convinced me. I don't know if she actually does or not, but I'm convinced. And like I said, if anyone knows a sister that's single, my email is dlensreacts@gmail.com. Tell her to holler at me and send a picture. But I digress.
But now she spoke about tonality, and this is something that, you know, because even myself as a man, I appreciate a woman who is not going to be like, oh, what the fuck, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, how's your day? You know, I'm a physical touch dude. I like, as soon as I come in the crib, you rubbing my back and, you know, other things. I love that. I love that. I'm an intimate person, so those are some of the things that she gets it. You know, certain women.
Yeah, she definitely gets it. So shout out to Mrs. Amanda Ferguson.
Yep,
may have to give her a follow. Yeah, I might have to give her a follow.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, sorry, I did that one. Thought I copied that. Here is a frequent visitor to the channel, Miss Ebony Ford.
My girl.
She always has something smart.
I'm seeing women on social media saying that their men are passive or indecisive about what they want to eat. That ain't what it is. Men don't want to dedicate any mental resources to thinking about food. If you ask a woman what she wants for dinner, she says, I don't care. You pull up to the taco spot, she's going to look over at you and say, honey, I wasn't really in the mood for tacos. You ask a man what he wants for dinner, he says, I don't care. You put a plate of meatloaf in front of him, he's going to look up and say, thank you, honey, this looks delicious. He's going to eat it all, and he's going to get an extra helping. Just to show you how much he supports you, just putting something on the plate and taking that off his plate. Pun intended. Men don't want to think about no food. When men say they want a woman that can cook, what they're really saying is they just want a woman that manages the meals and the food and the grocery shopping and the meal planning, because they don't want to have to think about that. If there's money in the budget, if your family got it like that, that man don't care if you Uber in some food. That man don't care if you order in some food. It ain't about you standing in the kitchen with an apron on. He don't want to have to think about it. Y'all make stuff too hard. You know what the man like? Take one of them regulars off the roster, put it on the plate, and get on with it. Not that hard. It's really not. So I keep saying women.
You know, I have said this for the last 10, 15 years. And I was like, listen, anyone I've dated, I don't eat pork. I don't like Brussels sprouts. I don't like sweet potatoes. Beyond that, whatever you put on the plate, I'm most likely going to eat. I eat pretty much everything else, most vegetables, and many carbs. So it's not that hard. It's like, I tell people, two of the hardest decisions I make every day is what I'm going to eat and what I'm going to put on. But now that I work at home, that's taken off my plate. I just throw on workout clothes. But in general, that is not thinking about what I want to eat is the last thing. That is literally, I have a couple businesses, and figuring out what I want to eat for a day is the most difficult decision out of all the decisions, the hundreds of decisions I make every single day.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I just eat whatever.
So if I'm going to bring you in my life, I don't understand why I got to make that decision too. Like what, like she said, I don't need you to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen cooking meals every day.
It's the principle.
It's like, figure it out. Yeah. Like, make some food or get some food. Like, I don't want to have to think that's the one thing I don't want to have to think about. So I wholeheartedly agree with her point 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants to know, oh, I need an alpha man to pay all the bills while I do whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah.
Right. Is that destroying our culture? Is that realistic?
Well, it depends on the relationship. I'm sure there are relationships that work 50-50. I'm sure there are relationships that work, he pays 100% and she's just, hey, doing what she does. The problem that you may be speaking of is when the man is not paying anything financially, monetarily, but what is his value outside of that? In those relationships, hey, ask, what do you want? Because sometimes I believe social media and all of what our parents have taught us, he needs to pay all of it. But really, what do you want? My fiance, I mean, not to put our business out there, but he wants to pay all the bills. But guess what? I pay the HOA. I got all the other things in the house. And I did also tell them, if there's ever a time that you can't, I'm prepared to step up.
Yeah.
But that's a different relationship. You see, I'm prepared to step up. This is not something that just because you are marrying me, you have to do. I think the problem is when you make it, oh, you better do this. This is what you bet. You need to pay all the bills. You need to do this. You need, whoa. I'm more than a bank lady, and I'm starting to feel like one, right?
It's perfect sense.
But
so everyone wants to know.
Yeah, makes sense to me, because she's the exact opposite of the woman that we saw earlier that left her husband because something happened. And so this is, in my opinion, the way that relationships and long-term relationships and marriages should work. It's like, yep, it's cool if I pay the bills, but what if something happens? What if my business fails, or I'm not getting another contract? What if something happens and, instead of blowing through savings, what are you prepared to step up for a little bit while things come back? Or are you willing? Or if I'm not able to do everything all the time, then, I guess I'm just going to be in the boat by myself, or, you're going to treat me differently. Like, that's one thing about having the provider or alpha male mindset that is a con, because you figure you don't know, the woman will say that she ain't going to leave you. But then when rubber meets the road, soon as something happens, in the unlikelihood of something to happen, her as the first, like the other woman, the first one out the door. But this woman's mindset is a lot different, and this is what guys have to vet for. Like, okay, I actually believe her because she sounds very convincing. That's like, okay, he wants to pay the bills, but I'm prepared in case shit hits the fan.
Right, being proactive, man. A woman that's proactive is a key thing, because things happen, man. Things happen, and when you have somebody with that specific mindset, that definitely carries relationships a long way.
Yeah, and you should be a team. So, sometimes even in sports, and we love sports analogies. If if your main player is having an off night, that secondary player, which is not necessarily quote unquote secondary, it's just not the leader. Maybe the running back might have to step up if the quarterback is having a hard time or he gets injured. You know what I mean? It's like the next person up. You have to be a team and work together. That's always my thing.
That's what the relations with teamwork usually thrive longer than the
teamwork makes the dream work. I totally believe in that.
Yeah.
So shout out to this young lady. I like this lady.
Yo, I think I didn't find my husband because I think he intimidated to approach me, or he's scared to come out. Like, come out wherever you are. You don't gotta have $1 million. We don't gotta live a high life. I don't care about none of that. You don't gotta buy me Birkin bag, Chanel bag, none of that. I'm cool with a Michael Kors bag. Truly. Like, I don't care about none of that. All these girls putting stipulations on what they expect in these relationships. You don't gotta make millions of dollars, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year, just enough to financially take care of us. If you fall, don't worry, I got you. Like, I want us to be 50-50, but like, don't fall too crazy. But like, if you fall, I got you. Make enough where we can go on a trip every few years. Love on my body, know my body inside and out. Like, don't be scared to approach me. I do not need to be living a high life. I turn down the people that live a high life every day because they don't meet my love, my loyalty, none of that. I'm cool. Ain't no Birkin bag, ain't no Chanel bag gonna keep me around. The way you love me is gonna keep me around. I'm gonna spend all your money and then not be happy, and then what? I'm not gonna want to be your wife if you're not treating me right. I don't care how much money you spending. I don't care what bag you buy me. I'm cool with a Michael Kors bag from a man that actually love me. So come on wherever you are, babe, please.
Let me go ahead and DM her real quick. This is _1 Philly. Let me go and send her a DM.
Yeah, as cute as she is, I know she gets.
Oh yeah, her box is full. Listen, she got 26,000 likes. So God knows how many views she got from this. So her box runneth over. I can assure you of that. But shout out to this lady. Again, a woman with a great mindset. Fellas, this is the type of woman that you should go after. And she's good looking.
Yeah, very good looking.
So the fact that you can have both, it ain't common, but you can have both. BOAF. Both. All right, last one of the night. I love to end our live show on a comedy note. That is one of my favorite things. And so we got to have at least one crash out. And on this crash out, we're going to take a trip to Spirit Airlines to see a young lady having a problem on the middle of a flight. So let's check it out.
Oh.
My elbow is hurting my wrist. You're hurting me, Chef. You're hurting me, Chef. Why are you jumping? I can't breathe. Why are you touching my leg? Why are you touching my leg? I can't breathe. This is George. My
So if anyone watches this channel and you watch my normal videos, we know the playbook of people that's getting arrested. What's going to happen? They're going to say one of like 8 phrases. I can't breathe is the first one. Then they didn't do nothing. And they're racist. And there's a few more. If you watch my videos, you'll see all of the treasure trove of excuses they have when they are in the wrong. So this lady was arrested on a Spirit Airlines flight. And if you look at the deputies, they're actually laughing at this clown. And she looks crazy. I love a woman with natural hair, but she looked like she stuck her finger in a light socket.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her.
Oh, what is wrong with her?
Now look at the devil. He cracking. Look at him. The guy with the short hair. He's like, what is wrong? He's literally laughing in red. He is totally red too. And the pastor, he's like, man, this woman is nuts.
Yeah, something wrong with her, man.
So Spirit Flyers. I know there are some people that love Spirit Airlines. I'm not one of them. That's one of those. I would just not fly or just wait until I can afford another airline before I get on it. Spirit and the Frontier and Southwest are hard no's for me. But that's just me. Some people live in, as long as it gets me there, I'm cool. I'm not one of those people.
Right.
So have you experienced anybody? I've taken dozens, if not hundreds of flights, and I have not had a nut job on a flight yet. Which kind of, I'm happy and sad at the same time, because I really would love to see something like this in action, because the way I troll people, it would be just great for content. And I will put that on the live show. Like, look at this fool right here. So yeah, that was the last video. We are at the end of the live show. Any last thoughts? Any videos that stuck out to you?
I would say the last young lady that we just saw. The beautiful young lady with the mindset.
I thought you were gonna say the lady on Spirit.
That was a whole different thing. But nah, the Philly chick, man. I like her mindset though.
Yeah. And like I said, if you read, and that's the type. Her and then the other lady that spoke on the actual Proverbs 31 lady, like the real one. And I bet you money she doesn't have it in her profile.
Nope.
I wish I could pull it up right now. I was like, I actually want to see her profile.
Yeah, to see if it's really there.
Like what kind of stuff does she have on it? But yeah, so if you all are still hanging around, I see it's still some of you. Make sure that you have liked the post. I meant to mention that earlier. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Go follow Jay the Professor if you are not following him on YouTube. And if you are on Jay the Professor's channel, come to my channel and subscribe to D-Lands Reacts. And so yet another Wednesday night live. And I appreciate you all for watching. And I will see you next Wednesday. But I will be posting 2 more. I always post 2 videos a week and then 1 live. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all next week. Thanks for watching.